What's going on, guys? It's ItsAdiar, and this is going to be my 100 map test of Twist of Fate. I've got for you a map that I'm going to showcase, and then we're also going to break down my results after running the running 100 maps on stream. I've got the profit breakdown, I've got your hourly, I've got your per map, I've got all of that for you. So go ahead and stick in, lock in. We'll go ahead and run this map, show you what it looks like. Just a note, I'm playing Flicker Strike. This was my starter build of the leagues, and I haven't really invested into it. Like, I've got some stuff, not a lot. So, there might be some deaths. You need a strong build for this. It's not easy. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop in here. I'm not using any modifiers on the map. I just want the increased quantity. I am using Searing Exarch because that is my altar of choice. And then I'm just throwing in this map here. You'll see it says it has 110% quantity and 42 pack size, but of course that's going to be changing because of Twist of Fate. So let's go ahead and hop in. Get some scrolls because I need those in my inventory. And let's go ahead and see there. It changed over to a promenade. That's going to be one of the big things. Twist of Fate, what it does is whenever you put in a corrupted map, it randomly changes it to another map, randomizes everything about it. If you put on a crafting option, it will also randomize that crafting option. So if you recall, we had 110 quantity on the map. We now have 277 quantity and 93 pack size. Also, look at those modifiers. 762% crit chance, 173% is physical damage is lightning. Oh boy. 114 less recovery rate, which means there is no recovery in this map. So yes, you will definitely need a bit of a juicy build to be able to do this, or do what I did and I just dropped damage to pick things that would be able to counter the mods. And then we're just going through, we're farming maps, we get the altars. I was originally using destructive play because we are getting random stuff. However, I just don't like destructive play. I went ahead and chose to do altars instead very quickly into the testing because altars give us a chance at map duplication. There we go. Map dropped by slain enemy has a 22% chance to be duplicated. That works on both your corrupted mob, your 8 mod corrupted maps, and it can also duplicate your tier 17 maps. Both of those are the lion's share of everything that you will be making out of these maps. I've also got, I'm not touching that essence. That thing's ghosted. You've got me all the way messed up. No, sir. Listen, know your weaknesses, know your strengths. That I can't kill that thing. I'm not even going to try. Also, I do apologize. I know some people can't stand the look of Flicker Strike. Oh, there we go. We got double fortress maps. How much are fortress maps right now? 110 chaos duplicated thanks to the altar. Awesome. And surprisingly, you don't actually need a lot. You don't need a ton of I shouldn't have clicked that. He's going to kill me. Never mind. I got it. You actually don't need as much damage as you might think to be able to run this. It's mostly being able to deal with all of the map modifiers because I'm running every single map modifier. Even the one that most Flicker players probably wouldn't run, which is monsters steal charges. For the most part, I can run that. I just can't kill the boss typically. Yikes. Yeah, I still had that thing going, and I probably should not have done that. This was a mistake. Have a strong build when you do this. Oh my god, I don't know if I can kill those bosses now. That was I messed up, guys. I messed up, guys. We're just gonna run away. It's fine. It's fine. Look, if you can't kill it, you can't kill it. You just move on. There we go. We got another 2 maps right there. Boom, boom. Even if you can't kill the boss, it's fine. Kill the mobs. I mean, look at that. Even if we couldn't kill the boss, we got what? 2 tier 17s and 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 mod corrupted maps. Pretty good. All right. All right, YouTube. So this is what we have after finishing the 100 map test. The full runtime for the 100 maps from start to finish was 6 hours and 7 minutes. That also included like trading and stuff like that. This is the first dump tab that we have to go through. This is the second dump tab that we have to go through. I do have 2 currency tabs, so I used one specifically for this test. So this is what the currency tab looks like before selling everything. Do note that there is 19 divines here. 17 of these divines and then like 60 chaos here are from a Svalin that I found during the 100 map test. I will be subtracting that from the results. Do not worry about that. Found my first divine teardrop, and I don't know how long. There's our currency there, and then this is our map tab. I cleared out all of the 16s, and then when I first started, everything right here was clean. So out of the 100 maps, we got 423 8 mod corrupted maps. Most of them were our favorited maps. There are a few that dropped that were not our favorited, and that's just because of the drop mechanics on the conversion for some of the rares that happened. But for the most part, we could only drop maps that we had favorited. So cemetery, city squares, cloud cathedrals, for example. I got some, dunes, glaciers, jungle valleys, things like that. Got strand, silo, toxic sewer. All of these are 8 mod corrupted maps. We got 35 tier 7s. We got a couple unique maps, and then we only got 2 conqueror maps. That's because we are using Twist of Fate. And with our Twist of Fate, we're also using singular focus. So we didn't really get too many conqueror drops, so that's not really, like, I have that on my idols, but it's not really a big deal. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go to future me, who will be coming at you with all of the numbers after we sold everything. So stay tuned to this. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. And if you could throw me a sub if you enjoyed this and found it useful, that would be great. All right, now getting into the nitty gritty. I just showed you what the tabs looked like after I finished the 100 map test. This is what the tab looks like converted down. As you can see, I've still got idols that I need to sell. I've still got like some jewels and some uniques and stuff like that. Small things here and there that I haven't really dealt with yet. But everything else has been sold. Maps have been sold. Currency has been converted and sold. And we have 115 divines and 333 chaos. Do note, I did say 17 of these divines have to come out of here. Right? And then 60 of these chaos also have to come out of here. Because we did find a Svalin, and that's what it sold for, because it was a max spell block roll. And this is what we've got left over after the maps. Let me go ahead and pull up the Wealthy Exile for you real quick. This is the stash right there. 119 divine minus the 17 and a half that I just took out brings us down to 101. Well, if you add in this, it's like 101. Just it's basically 102, right? Basically 102 divines after taking out the Svalin profits. I've got a spreadsheet for you here. Warning, flashbang incoming, just so you know. Boom. There is the spreadsheet with the breakdown for everything. Let me go ahead and move the camera for you so you can get a better look at everything that's going on here. All right. So this is our spreadsheet. The duration of the full 100 map test was 6 hours and 7 minutes. We did 100 maps. We found 448 8 mod corrupted maps. We found 35 tier 17 maps. Before we bulked everything out, Wealthy Exile was showing 109. After we bulked everything out, Wealthy Exile was showing 119. This is the breakdown on the map costs. Everything here in red, you can just change this and it'll adjust everything. So if I change this to a 7, you see it changes that. And if I change it back to 6 like it was supposed to be, there you go. So that's all figured in. I've got the divine. When I made the video, the divine prices were at 135. They may have gone up or gone down. Those have been fluctuating. Here is our loot breakdown. We got about a divine in essences, about 3.5 divines worth of scarabs, about 2.5 divines in tomes and invitations. Fragments and div cards was negligible, not even half a divine combined. Our assorted loose and bubblegum currencies came out to 12.39 divines. Tier 17 maps, 33.80 divines for all of them. And our tier 8 maps were 48.20 divine. So right there, you can see the maps were the lion's share, as I was saying, of this. That is well over 80% of our total income from this strategy. Per map for me was 3 minutes, 3.67 minutes, and our cost per map was 24.75 chaos. Our profit gross before removing our costs was 101.99 divine. This is, of course, after I take out that Svalin shield. And our net after our net was 76.99 divine. That came out to 12.58 divines per hour. And every single map that we ran, we made approximately 103.93 chaos in pure profit. If we included the lucky drops Valen, my divine per hour shoots up to 15.44. Also, we got quite a bit of gold. Over that 100 maps, we got 1.6 million gold. I started with like 225,000 gold. And we ended with well over 1.8 million gold. So we were getting like 16,000 gold per map just because the maps inherently have a lot of rarity on them. And then, of course, I've got our breakdowns right here. This doesn't equal 100 because I'm bad at math. This is like 99.95. So, you know. Anyway, let's hop back in. And let me show you what we've got working with, what we're working with here. All right. On our idols, our large idols, we're using the bottom two modifiers on this idol are the ones that are going to be important. Increased quantity of items found in your maps and increased effect of explicit modifiers per increased effective map modifiers, basically. So you want increased map modifiers and you want quantity. Both of these are going to stack to give you the big quantity that you're getting on those maps. You can run 3 of those, you can run 4 of those. It's really up to you. I'm running 3. I'm lazy. I still have like 3 unique maps to do. Haven't done them, don't care. Haven't done Shaper, fight's boring, don't care. I have 3 of these idols here. I'm only using these for the increased effective modifiers on your maps yet again. So I've got a 12 roll there, a 12 roll there, and an 11 roll here. We have 3 unique idols. The first is the namesake of this strategy, Twist of Fate. Your corrupted maps and any map crafting options applying to them are modified unpredictably when opened. Maps modified in this way have 1 to 3 additional modifiers. That's really important. That means we're getting more modifiers on our maps. They're being scaled by map effect. And because we're using a cartography scarab of escalation, we're getting 10% increased maps found in the area for every single map modifier on the map. The next that we're going to be using, I'm using Wrath of the Cosmos because I like red altars. If you'd like to use blue altars, then use the blue version of this. And finally, I'm using Singular Focus. You're going to want to just go through and favorite a ton of the best maps. For example, your Strands, your Jungle Valleys, your glaciers were selling well. Cemetery wasn't really selling well, but you could do Cemetery if you want to. If there's a specific map that you yourself want to do, you could do that as well. I actually bought the Jungle Valleys off of myself because the main reason I did this is that I wanted 8 mile Jungle Valleys and didn't want to pay for them because, you know, that's what I wanted to do. So yeah. And then on our rare small altars, I have tier 1 to 15 maps have a chance to be up to become a tier higher. This is going to be very important for both your map sustain. You want that on every single rare 1 slot idol. That's all you care about. And then if you can get like if you're using an influence, if you can get the influence pack size, you know, that's an extra bonus. But that's really all that matters. You could get chance to drop a Conqueror map like this one has, but because we're using Singular Focus, you're not really going to get that many Conqueror maps because they can only drop as your favorited maps. And even with every single favorited map being different, I still only found like 2 over 100 maps. So just be aware of that. And then for your Scarabs, let me go ahead and come over to Faustus. And I can pull them up here. we're going to be running a cartography scarab of escalation. We're running one of these. We're going to be running 3 cartography scarab of risk. These each add an additional modifier to your map, which is going to be further amplified by the map effect, and of course giving you an additional 30% maps found because of this scarab here. Last one is a cartography scarab of corruption. This is the scarab that makes all of your maps drop 8 modern corrupted. Do note that your tier 17s will not be able to drop 8 modern corrupted. Your tier 17s will always drop unID'd. They will not be 8 mod. If you want to know anything about the Flicker Strike build that I played in this video, I've got a build guide up for that as well. I will link that down in the pinned comment. And that's all I got for you. Hopefully you find a ton of divines and buy all the things you've been wanting.